Hello everybody, TivTheMelancholy here. We are back doing another playthrough in Home. Last time that I played, I missed a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure that this game has a lot of branching paths. So I wanted to go through it. I wanted to give it another shot. I might do 2 or 3 playthroughs of this. I'm not totally sure yet. Yet again, I have, let's see, I have, worn my headphones and I have turned out the lights. So let's get ready to be spooked, even though I already know that there's nothing to really be afraid of. All I remember at that point was finding myself alone. It's still dumb that I can't spacebar out of this, but whatever. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. There was something by my feet, a flashlight. I'm still not confident. I still don't know if I'm confident that this guy isn't the murderer. Last session, that house. Where was I? Last session. Oh, let's do this first. There was a body lying on the floor. Who was it? Anything else to say? No? Hi, kitty. Last session, I determined that a lot of things happened with this man and his wife. I was pretty confident for basically the majority of the game that this guy was just like a murderer and he was responsible for all these deaths. I think that makes perfect sense. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. The desk had a computer and some papers on it, in a single drawer. Did I want to snoop? I didn't want to snoop, but did I open the drawer? Obviously. Receipts, pens, and a blurry photo looked like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? Okay, so we now actually know... Ooh, okay. Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. Oh man. I had to get out of there. Okay, actually, do you have anything else to say? If that man died in the hallway, what was the blood doing here? Well, he obviously didn't die in the hallway. Oh, okay. Nothing else to say. Got it. Anything else to say about this? I really shouldn't have been going through this stuff. Getting my fingerprints everywhere. Oh, thank you. You're sensible, at least. Okay, so this game throws a lot of sounds at you and stuff, but if I'm being totally honest, there's nothing to be afraid of. Genuinely. Like, at least not that I've seen. Unless, like, they change the second playthrough. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wondered. All I could really recall was coming home, seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. So Rachel is our wife, who... I mean, we'll see what happens when it happens. The shelf was full of books on location... the shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. Seemed like the owner of the house really knew the area. I am dyslexic, by the way. I bring this up every time I do a video like this, but I will have some reading issues. I am sorry. An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. It is interesting the things you realize that you simply didn't realize beforehand. A black and white photo looked like the man upstairs and his wife. I guess there was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? Yes. I slipped the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers. Kind of a pity I can't, like, inspect any of this. How long had this been here, rotting? The man upstairs didn't look like he'd been dead a long time. I'm pretty positive that that man doesn't actually belong in this house. Like, all the things that we are finding, like, about him. I freed the mouse last time. A thin gray mouse was stuck in the trap. It looked frantic but exhausted. Did I free it? I'm gonna say no this time. I'm gonna leave them. Maybe the cat will get it, because there is a cat, which I've seen. A collection of rusty tools. These look like they'd seen a lot of use and were caked in damp-smelling dirt. Why were they in the shed? Why weren't they in the shed? Why do you know there's a shed? This was an odd place to keep yard tools. What would they have been used for in here? That's a good question. I don't know if that was ever answered. A photo similar to the old one I picked up. It seemed to move lots. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch? Yes. It pressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Okay, so I'm pretty positive there are branching paths. So we'll see what happens. The mouse was dead. It looked like the cat had got it. Oh. Alright. Well. Okay then. Sorry, Mousy. I wasn't sure if that was going to give me an achievement. Oh. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my boots. Also apparently blood. Alright. The front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. Do I, though? Surely I could move that. The bathroom was spotless. Everything had been wiped to a sheen. I wonder if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning, or him. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. Anything else to tell me? It seemed odd that the tray had been left there, considering how clean the rest of the bathroom was. Alright. This to go. Fuck you too. The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck. By the smell, I guess it led to the kitchen. The switch in the wall appeared to have unlocked the door. How would I know? I didn't come down here yet. But if you say so. Ooh. Okay. Oh shit. Did this door lock? Okay, it didn't. It didn't. Okay. Okay. There were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only make out a few of the notes. Key card, locker, last one, I promise. It didn't make much sense at the time. Okay, key card, locker, last one, I promise. Okay, so these, like a key card and locker, come up in the a later segments, let's say. You have anything else to say? The smell of old dishes and moldy food was dizzying. Okay, surely there was something else I could do. House that I simply didn't find before. Like, I thought that I had gotten everything, but maybe there was something else? Like, okay, I'm gonna move the box, and then I'm gonna re-inspect the house. That's an easy choice. You don't have to go down, and the door doesn't lock behind you, so. The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor that it had obviously been moved before. Maybe I had found a way out. I must have moved it, right? Yes. I heaved the box forward, and it finally gave. Alright. There's no way to come back up. So... Alright, is there anything else? The door's still blocked. It makes no goddamn sense. I could totally move that stuff. Seems odd. Okay, yeah, I get it. I wonder where the cat went. Had I been sleepwalking again, was that how I got to that house? Oh, so you do bring up sleepwalking earlier in the game. Interesting. Like, they mention sleepwalking basically at the very end, but, like, it's never, like, brought back up again, so it's a little weird. There were scribbles of all kinds of random scraps of paper and notes about some kind of water tower. Did he mean the one by the old train yard? I never did get to see the water tower last time. I find that interesting. Like, they brought up the water tower so many times and nothing came of it. Alright, okay, I've seen this. Okay. Oh, okay. I could just break out a window. Or something. House is dead. Looks like the cat had gotten to it. Got it. Tools. Okay, it looks like everything has only 2 descriptions. Got it. Something must have opened somewhere. Okay. Well, maybe I can get to the water tower. Alright, upstairs one last time. Maybe there'll be a secret jump scare that I just missed before. I am confused about that, if I'm being totally honest. Like, it seems like that's a bit of detail that they want you to notice, but nothing ever came of it. I really shouldn't have been going through this stuff. Oh, yeah. That man died in the hallway. Okay. I can't help but notice that we get our hands on everything in here. Okay. Man's face looked like the man in the photo I had found. Anything else? Nope. Don't do that. Wait, that weird clicking noise. Did I lock myself in? No, okay. I was about to say, like, that really did sound like I had locked myself in. Hold on. I wanted to see something, actually. Like, I know that, like, I don't know. I'm bothered by this room because it's a really tiny room with nothing in it. I'm still not confident I'm not the killer. I feel pretty solid this dude is the murderer. Just makes the most sense. Then again, this building is rather strange. I guess maybe he's just like a caretaker, or like whoever lived here was the caretaker. There was a ladder going underground where the box were. Oh gosh. Yes. There was a ladder going underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? There wasn't much of a choice. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wonder where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Footprints in the dirt looked like more than one kind in a lot of traffic. Whatever this place was, it was obviously used a lot. Anything else? Nope. Okay. I'm just going to assume that it's only 2, and that I'm just not going to stick to that in the future, I'm sure. Those boxes would have... Wait. Those boxes would have allowed me to climb up the ladder again, but I didn't want to go back up there, not with the body and all that blood. I knew I needed to take a look around. Places all over were marked on the old map of town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. The guy upstairs must have done this, but what was his interest in the water tower? Some of the markings matched the scribbles I saw on the bookshelf upstairs. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos. Photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more. Tried to find some kind of information. Of that house, sorry. Oh, Rachel, please be okay. I wanted to rush home, but I had to find a way out first. And I needed to see what was down there. A work table covered in papers and dirt and handgun. I hated guns. I didn't take it, did I? Yes. I tucked the small handgun into my pocket. The weight was somehow reassuring. Why did I take the gun? Oh, because you'll need it, probably. Okay, I think I can come back here. Probably. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper, covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out, and illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. The letters, I could only make out a few letters. Heather... One of these has to be Rachel, I assume. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna do something unnecessary, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I always have a notebook nearby, specifically to take notes on things that aren't relevant. I'm pretty sure that this is the name, or these are the names, rather, of the co-workers that he has in the plant. So, HEA 1, 2, 3, 4. IV 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. EY. I'm going to connect so many dots so unnecessarily. I'm going to be the only one who cares about this. And wait, no. Ross or maybe Rose for that last one? Alright. I have names that I will probably forget. Let's go. None of it made any sense to me. Nothing about Rachel or me was written there. Maybe I needed to keep looking. Why would you be there? What? Oh, good. There looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. Faded clothes that stuck out among the dirt looked familiar. They looked like the clothes of that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? I wonder what would I have found if I had dug deeper? Ooh, maybe I can find a shovel. Hold on. Come on. You're daring me to find a shovel. Wait. Wait. Now can I go up? I know you want me to look around, but you implied that I could climb back up. I'm willing to climb back up. Those boxes would have allowed me to climb. Okay. Come on, what? You imply that I could totally go back up. I could dig deeper. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can later. Ooh, some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? The smell of the room was like old grease and rot. I wasn't getting any closer to finding anything useful. Rusty hooks, like the kind you'd find in a butcher, hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. What? That man upstairs, did he do this? The smell in the room was... Ugh, okay. You're really gonna... Okay, recycle. Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. The slight fumes that still emerged from the cans made me dizzy. Oh gosh. It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something covering the bottom. Something wet. That place was getting worse all the time. I knew I had to keep moving. Alright. Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute, these boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? If I was scared before, I was terrified now. Why were there photos of our house there and these clothes? Was that why I was there? I checked my back pockets and realized my wallet was missing. Did I come to that house or did somebody bring me? Hello, bats. Okay. Ooh, I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's a spooky voice in here. There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it? Yes. Maybe the rope would make the broken ladder easier to descend. If you say so. I have the rope now. There must have been use for it around somewhere. Alright. I'm not going to go down there yet, because I'm pretty sure there's more to see. Actually, I'm pretty sure this area is really big. Let me see. I still feel like I should be able to go back up. It bugs me that I can't. Hold on. Like, I know that this is supposed to be like, oh, you've made your choice, you did all the things that you could. But like, they wouldn't let me take the gardening tools. Let me go back up. I can dig up that body and I can find new things out. Useless. Alright. Come on. Alright. The rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down? Yes? Okay. I could hear a faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. Ugh. The ladder was too high to reach. I must have tried to find a way out from where I was. I hoped I wouldn't see those bats again. Weak. Bats are cool. A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. The message had been hastily smeared onto it. Keep out, danger due to cave-in. I wanted nothing more than to get out of there. Oh, don't do this to me. Ooh. Okay, at least it was just like one little thing. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough as it was. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. I kept the gun in my pockets. It seemed a familiar weight there. An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe someone crawled through there, but it was so high up that must have been a sore landing. Oh, are you telling me something? Maybe my leg ached just thinking about it. I see. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. Odd. There was similar dirt on my own shoes. Yes, you're connecting the dots. I was right. You were the murderer. God damn it. Let's go this way first. I could hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that? A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? I did. I slipped the knife into my boot since I had the gun in my pocket. Did I really need all this? Okay. The door was locked. There was a musty smell from inside. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. Through the dust, I could see handprints for previous use, probably from whoever worked in those sewers. I wasn't sure what those valves were for. Did I turn it anyway? Yes. I wasn't sure what those valves were for. Did I turn it anyways? Yes. Valve was still active. Did I? Yes. I wasn't sure. Yes, yes, yes. Valve was still active. Did I turn it again? Yep. Valve was still active. Did I turn it again? Thank you. I wasn't sure. Blah, blah, blah. And I have done it. I have solved the water puzzle. The door was still locked. Excellent. Okay. Turning those valves must have drained the water that was in this room. There was a ladder I could reach. Yep. Oh, you're doing this thing again to me, huh? We're not gonna go there yet, though. There's more to see. Oh, oh. Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bags. They were ripped and there were rips and tears in most of the bags. What looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did I take the tape? Yes. I wasn't sure what I hoped to discover with the tape, but I took it anyway. I did not want to keep digging through this mess. Alright, what is this way, if there is anything? I did not want to go back into those tunnels. It seemed better to press on. Alright, well. Okay. Wait a second. Is there not actually a way to use the videotape? Is it just like a red herring to mess with you? That's dumb if so. The door was locked. There must have... Okay. Because I could see handprints previously. Whoever was working the sewer. Lower the water. This is the one place I was confident of, but like I'm less sure now. Hmm. So keep going. I legit thought that one door was gonna become something, but it simply is not. Hmm. I guess I'll go through the exit. Oh, that's right. It looked like the water drained out of that grate in the wall. Come on. Do the clicky click. Hmm. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of rancid water. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the small key, but it was so odd-shaped, I had no idea what it might open. Hmm. I know it doesn't. I know what door it does open, but I just wanted to check. Check. It's the only other option. Door was locked. There was a yeah, blah 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 blah. Let's go. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was that facility? The faded paper was yellow and dusty, but it had obviously been wiped off recently. Weird. The door was locked. I could see a faint light within. Door was locked. Okay. Anything else over here? No? Okay. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what was happening. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful. I couldn't help but wonder if someone was watching me from the other side. I found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face and body, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a key ring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it? Yes. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked the key from his pockets. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. Alright. Now I remember what key I should have been using. Got it. Alright. Open the door. I used the key ring to unlock the door. We're in new territory, friends. A shelf full of security tapes was strictly organized, though covered in dust. Looked like the tape I found was the one that was missing from the shelf. I wonder what was on the tape. Why was it thrown out? Let's find out. There was a dusty VHS on the security desk. Wondered what was on the VHS tape I found. Did I play the tape? Or VCR, sorry. Alright. The video showed a man right there in the sewers being attacked. The tape looked fuzzy and stretched, like somebody had tampered with it. It looked like there could have been 2 men. What does that mean? I couldn't stand to watch the video again. So there was an accomplice? Oh. Alright, I'm going back up. Because there is, in fact, a thing that I can... There's another door over here. I don't know if there are other places I can open. I tried a bunch of keys on the key ring I had found on the sewer worker, and one of them seemed to fit. Ooh, don't do that to me. Don't click at me. A collection of stale liquor bottles covered the floor. Killer. The wall was littered with dozens of old faded papers. Whoever did this was obsessed with some local murders. According to some of the clippings, bodies had been found in ravines in the forest and, in one case, dumped in the back of an abandoned truck. I couldn't be sure, but I thought some of those articles had also been pasted back in those tunnels. Did that sewer worker find this room? Is that why he was killed? Did the sewer worker find this room? Is that why he was killed? No. The room didn't seem like much of a place for drinking. What was the point? A faded receipt was half stapled to the floor. It was from a local train station and was for 2 tickets. I didn't know what use it could be. Did I keep the receipt? Yes. I neatly folded the soiled receipt and slipped it into my front pockets. Alright. I don't like that it was clicking at me like that. That gives me like radiation poisoning vibes. Blood marks from where the knife was. Now I was carrying the gun and this knife. I was worried what the police might think if they saw me. What the fuck? What just happened? You asshole? What was through here? I do not want to go back there. Okay, blah 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 blah. Shut up. Was there anything back up here? No, there wasn't. Not really. I'm still not sure. I feel like the game wants me to believe that I'm not the killer. But it also feels like it wants me to believe I'm the killer. I think I've gotten all the things. The smell hadn't improved much, and the room was damp. Cheers. Alright. I think we are departing now. Faded, dusted, yellow. Their head, okay, recently been cleaned. Upstairs we go. I don't believe there's anywhere else I can unlock. Was this the murder room? Oh, this was the murder room. I was feeling even more sick after seeing another dead man. I didn't want to get any more blood on my clothes. that all you say? Yeah, okay. Okay. I wish I could zoom through this. I get it. The thought of the camera looking into this room only made me feel more claustrophobic. Alright. Out we go. This must have been the other end of the ventilation shaft. Whoever used it could have gotten past the flooded room with this. Clever, but why go through all the trouble? How did you climb up there? God damn. Anything else? No? Why would I need that gun or that knife before the end? Or would I need that gun or that knife before the end? Both weighed me down and aggravated my leg as I climbed the old ladder. The thought of that videotape still gave me chills. Who was it that didn't want to be seen? Or was it the same person that hid all those clippings away in the locked room? Suddenly, the awful smell of that sewer gave way to a pine-scented blast of fresh air. The lid had fallen on the entrance there and was stuck shut. I was relieved to be above ground again. I figured I should keep moving. Okay. The eyes mean nothing. They don't do anything to you. I'm fine. I'm safe. Let's go. I'm pretty sure there's nothing to see in that area. Hi. An old ladder leading up to an ancient water tower. A ladder needed the ladder needed to be extended so I could climb it. Did I extend the ladder? Yes. I popped the latch and brought the ladder down. Shit, I missed that the first time. Alright. Let's see up the ladder. The bats are back. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. In a patch of smeared dirt and grass, there was a beat-up old wallet. I thought it was mine. Did I take it? Yes. I slid the filthy wallet into my back pockets. I noticed it didn't contain any kind of gun permits. In fact, it didn't contain any cards or IDs or ID of any kind. I thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license at least. From the railing, I could see over the woods and down into the entrance of the sewer. Had I come through there before? If I did, someone definitely could have seen me. It was getting cold up there, and I shivered with with an uneasy sense of what was to come. How did I get home from here? Did I put this up here, or did someone else carry it? I hate to do this, but that looked like it was broken, and I was convinced that I could fall, but like, nope. Alright. That says something. I'll get to you. Right. Okay. I tried the little key I had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewer. It fit, and I heaved open the rusty door. The wind was picking up a bit. The night air had become strangely chilly. Well, let's go the other way first. Nope. Okay. I don't know what that was, but I'm gonna pretend like it wasn't happening. Oh, it's just a leaf. Okay. At least I'm pretty sure it was a leaf. Oh, I hate the dark. The old trade station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffering the decrepit structure. Alright, who's been murdered in here? I think I remember a body, but I could be wrong. An old ticket booth that looked fairly ruins. Inside the ticket window were sheets of paper and weights. What were these? Train receipts? I thought the receipt I had picked up might match these, but of course not. This station has been closed for years. Tickets must have been for the newer station that opened up on the other side of town after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher-looking papers covered in tiny notes and scribbles and diagrams. It looks like someone had... Oh, wait. Investigate potential travel plans. It looked like someone had been leafing through the old ledgers looking for something. A name, perhaps? Oh, alright. Shut up. Shut up. I know. Always good to get achievements, I suppose. Alright, let's go. Okay, so it appears that I've found everything to do with, like, the travel plans, if that's what the achievement is for, but we'll keep looking. An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was the train routes connecting to the old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here? The bizarre condition of that place seemed sad somehow, but also ominous. Oh. I remember this. The old train was ripped open and hanging from a shred of metal, as well as the broken fence, was a dark stained patch of cloth. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train's shell, I could see a few faint impacts like wounds, but they had been bullet markings. Was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn, though I couldn't really make anything else. I realized I was touching the gun I had found as I thought. I was getting colder out there, and I had to keep moving. Really? Alright. I thought there'd be more. Okay, so here's the thing. I remember that Rachel had, she had a map or whatever. She had a, no, she had a train ticket. So at least she was leaving. I don't know if anybody else was, is the thing. Alright. This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on the map I had seen. Whoever was poking around in these tunnels underneath that man's house had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here, the signs pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. As mentioned, a river and maybe a washroom, but it mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest was too faded to see clearly. I almost wish I had paid more attention in those crazy to those crazy scribblings. Maybe I would have been less nervous about entering the dark forest. Okay, you can go through those. Got it. We're gonna go through this one first, just cause. Okay. Trampled into the dirt, there was... to the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off and was surprised to see my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Did it take back my credit card? Yeah. I pocketed the credit card. Hopefully I could find my driver's license too. Well, alright. I don't remember that from the first one, actually. Through the fence, I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way around. I'll get to it. Look, I gotta do some fetch quests first. I'll get back to, like, the actual gameplay. A dirty old picnic table sat alone among the trees. It was carved and marked from years of previous campers. As I tried to read some of the names and the marks, I idly thumbed the knife I found. If I wanted to, I could have carved something on that table. Did I? Sure. With a few crude strokes, I etched the simple sign into the wood. R and H. I felt like I was a teenager defacing the table. Alright, H. I read some of the other names of note on the table surface. Rytron, K-U-M-A-R, Uncle Phil, Henry, Daniel. Hold on. Okay. So not Henry. Rytron. I thought that maybe these would correlate. None of them really do. Quorum. David D. Jenny. Oh wait. David. Okay. Oh wait, no. David doesn't fit either, actually. Damn. Well, seems like the table had seen a lot of use over the years. I hear water. The path ended in a cold-looking river. I wasn't sure if it was safe to cross this. Did I cross it? No. And that darkness, I didn't seem wise to try. Maybe there was another option. Okay. So, if I do this... I haven't seen anything for the river is the thing. But I feel like that's an exit point is the thing. Anything over here? Okay, there's a way that way. Ooh. There was a fire pit there. It was still a bit warm, and a few embers still burned at the bottom. Was somebody else out there in those woods? Why did they abandon their campsites? Two folding camping chairs were on the ground. One was knocked over, and there was a couple of cans of beers spilled on the ground. Come on. Whoever was here left this place in a hurry, but why? A cheap dome tent slept two people. The cheap tone tent slept two people. I shone my flashlight inside and could see some bedrolls, two backpacks, and a cooler. I felt like if I kept rooting through the campsite, someone would walk in on me. Okay, so here's my thought. I don't think that house belongs to the old people. I think that this campsite is where the old people came from, and that somebody brought them in to the house to murder them. Why would they do that? I don't know. Oh, okay. I'll get to that. Don't do that. There were some personal effects shoved back into the rock. Wait. There was a notebook there, too. Did I read it? Yes. Inside the cheap dollar store notebook was a page after worn page of names and lists. None of it made much sense. The newest page contained several names. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, and Rachel. Okay, so I was right about Heather. Okay, let me just write those down, because those absolutely fit and in these letters. Cheryl. This does give off the vibe that someone is going around killing women. I thought the last one looked like it could be either a Rose or a Ross. Alright. Honestly, Olivia was obvious. I mean, the ivy in the middle. I should have known. Rachel, her name was last on the list and was a mark beside and it had a mark beside it in blue ink. The names Daphne and Olivia had been crossed out in the same blue ink. Cheryl, Heather, and Rose had also been crossed out, but their marks looked old and more faded. I want to cross the bridge is the thing. I really do. Or rather, I want to cross the river. Okay, that was the way forward there. If I don't go in there... I mean... Hold on, let me do this one first. Because I think that I've investigated everything so far. Maybe I will be able to get back? Wait, there might be an outhouse somewhere. Isn't there? I think there is. So... There's a plank! There's a plank! There's a wood plank somewhere. Let's go! Yes. No, 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 no. Don't look. No. Please be able to go back out. The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. What? There wasn't much in the way of clean water there, but the sink worked. Alright. There was a damp smelling plank leaning against the stall door. I might have been able to cross the river with it. Did I take it? Yes. I managed to carry the plank under my arm so I didn't get in the way. How did I get out of here initially? Like, I didn't cross the river the first time. Someone sneezed. Maybe I went through a door or something that I didn't realize was there before. Oh, oh, there it is. I finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I'd never want to return there. Nope. The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. I don't like that it keeps making me do that. I didn't know who was camping back there, but I couldn't bear to stick around to look for them. I just wanted to be out of there. Too bad, bitch. Climb back in those things, those leaves, whatever. Oh, okay. Middle one. Made no goddamn sense, but alright. Oh boy. There was the water. I could have surely used the table itself for the river, right? The plank I found was long enough to form a crude bridge, but I wasn't sure if it would hold. Did I use it? Yes. Shut up. There's nothing there. See, what did I tell you? Nothing there. Two bodies, two young women, were half dug into hasty, shallow graves beneath the trees. The younger looking one was still face up. Her dead eyes gleamed against my flashlights. They deserved better than that. Did I clean up the grave sites? Sure. I tried to cover them up a bit more. I closed the younger woman's eyes. I fashioned a crude marker. I wasn't sure why, but I felt I had to do something. The girls weren't carrying ID. The girls weren't carrying ID, so I couldn't determine their names. I only hoped that whoever had done this hadn't done it quickly, or had done it quickly. I wonder now if they had a phone or something at their campsite. Maybe I could call for help. Ooh, so you're giving me permission to go through their campsites. Alright. Because you're like, did I cross back over to the other shore? Yes. Quick, 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 quick. Piece together what happened in the woods. The plank I found was long enough to ford it. Did I use it? No. Even with the plank, I just seemed too dangerous. Oh, well, no, it was more that I wanted to see if I could take the plank with me. Okay, this one? And I think this one? Yeah, okay. By the looks of it, the fire had been extinguished. It had... Okay, so I take it back. It looks like this was the teenagers. The inside of that tent was suffocating. Wait, what? I thought you were gonna look around. Olivia, Daphne? Yep, okay. But by the looks of it, the fire... Okay. Oh. I thought you were gonna look around more, you know? See if you could find something. Come on. Get your shit together, my guy. Also, where's your ID? How did you not find it yet? Someone is mowing their lawn. God damn it. I'm gonna be honest. The longer this goes on, the more I'm kinda confident that he's definitely at least a little bit involved in this murder. Or these murders. Hey. I'm gonna look back in here. Was there something I missed? There wasn't much in the way of clean water. Okay, okay. No, no, no. Don't look. No, no, no. No, no. I don't know if I can find my ID here. Is going to be a problem. Wait, I think I need to go to the other one? Okay. But like, here's the thing is... I can't come back after this, but I'm not sure I found everything. I kind of wish that I had like an inventory. Middle. How annoying. Okay, Wendigo looking motherfucker. Fuck off, please. I feel like I've seen everything so far, but... Okay. Okay, okay. I don't know if there's anything left to find out that way. Maybe I should just pause and wait for the lawn mowing to be over. I'll have to, like, try to actually look for where the lawn mowing ends, but Oh boy. Alright. Sounds like they're done. Who knows? I don't know. I want to see if I can find the ID, but I don't know if it's in here. So there's that. There's that. Are there only 2 in here? Probably only 2. That's the river. I wonder if you cross this too many times, if it will break. Sounds like it broke. The girls weren't carrying IDs, so okay. I wonder if they had phones or something at their campsite. Maybe I could call for help. It bothers me that, did I cross back over? Yes. It's weird that it made that sound after the fact. I don't know. Stop it, Shadows. You're making me uncomfortable. Okay. So that one is a no. Yeah, hold on. Let's just do what I do. So 1, then there's circle, circle. X that out. Check mark. 2. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 2. So there's 2. Check mark. Okay. So I need to go through here. And I believe there's 3 here. Yes. Yes, okay. And I came through the middle one? Right? Let me go over here, see. Yep. 1, 2, 3. So the middle one I am Xing out. I go here. Okay. And I can like do some space bar techniques here to see if there's anything to find. Okay, so nope. I assume there's nothing else over here to find. There sure ain't. Alright. So, wasn't there a dead body at the train station, though? I swear that was a thing, wasn't it? Like, because I'm supposed to find my watch or something. There's like a security guard. But, okay. I might cut around this because I'm going to go back and I'm going to check. Okay, so I did a once over. I went to literally every place that I possibly could find on this map, and I could not find anything that I hadn't seen already. If there's an ID card somewhere out there, or if the security guard is actually in this like location, it's just I don't know what to tell you because I couldn't find either. So we're just gonna keep on going. Maybe the security guard is actually the next area, and I'm just dumb. The forest started to thin out a bit, and through the trees I could make out part of the town beyond, and the first hint of lights. The mysteries of that forest were behind me, but I could still feel them on my neck like a warm breath. Those girls I had found, someone had taken them from their campsite and had murdered them. Was it the same person who had left that odd notebook? Well, it had their names in it. I was even more, I was even more eager to get somewhere safe and to find a way to reach Rachel. Hmm. It feels like you want to make me tense, but there's nothing tense about this. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a mechanic for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. What does that mean? What the fuck? No. I didn't fucking like that one bit. Oof. You're not gonna react to that, buddy? Alright. Okay, I think this is where the security guard is. There he is. Okay. Oh, something's going on. I found the body of a security guard, just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wonder, was this flashlight his? I saw the blunt wound on the guard's head and looked again at the flashlight I was carrying. Oh no, please. I dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? Yes. The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyways. Okay, hold on. I have to backtrack to be sure. Nope, okay. Let's go. Where did these places? Shut up. One of the lockers hung open. The contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Okay, well, let me... Old work clothes had been picked through, and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst off the box, snaking off in to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. Very astute, my friends. It didn't look like the power was on yet. Yes, no shit. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. Okay. The door was locked shut. There was a little electrical box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said "Closed for repairs." Anything else to say? Door was locked shut. All right. Come on, come on. I know. I'm still of the mind that there's nothing that will actually hurt me in this game, so it's fine. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotten. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. You don't say. Let's look at the bulletin board. The board contained yellow clippings of newspapers, cartoons, and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Norman took over a general store after the factory closed. He, Rachel, and I would get lunch every now and then. Rachel liked him because he seemed more positive despite the setback. I don't think I could say the same about me. Okay. A power panel. Looks like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Okay. The power panel still wasn't working. Did I try it again? Yes. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out and its face was unrecognizable. That woman's photo. I knew I had to get back to Rachel to find out what happens. A power panel. Yes, yes. Push the switch. Good. It was shut tight. There was a rusty looking card slot on the inside. Okay, so we're gonna wait to get in there because, you know, obviously. Over this way. Our old break room table, the layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. Looks like some beer bottles had been used on the table recently. Had been used on the table recently. I wondered, was that guard using this as a break room of his own? This dilapidated ass building? No, I wouldn't. That's for damn sure. Ugh. Can't imagine what's gonna happen there. Hello. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Yeah, it's almost like somebody who resented him would do that. My head ached, and I recalled the last time Norman, Rachel, and I had lunch together. Rachel seemed so much more at ease when we all hung out. Another panel. Yes. Let me get power back. Yes. Good. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Ooh, omnibus. Utility shelf crammed full of, there was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Okay. Locker was a complete mess. Hidden in the bottom, though, was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yes. I slipped the card into my pockets. Another panel that Okay, okay. Yes. Panel. Panel. Come on. Alright, one more panel. One more panel. Almost. Excellent. Don't make sounds at me, sir. Oh, this hallway goes on for too long. Shut up. I struck with the hammer. The old wooden boards came apart easily. After I had removed the planks, I left the hammer on the floor. Why? Take the hammer. It's a bludgeoning tool. It's so multi-purposed. This was my locker in the factory. It's stake of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like I had. It looked like it. Hold on. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. This room wasn't. This room was nothing but bad memories. Why? There was a mess of empty booze bottles. I wondered if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol in his place. Maybe that guard outside caught him hiding up there. Alright. In danger. The door opened now that the power was back on. Don't close on me. Another smudge of dirt similar to the one I found in those sewers was on the floor. Oh wait, does it say anything else? It didn't look like the footprints were mine, but they were probably too faint to tell. Stop it. A large pile of building material and debris blocked the way. The factory floor never did get to the repairs it needed. We closed too soon for that to happen. Oh, I shouldn't be in here. A rusty old regulator of some kind sat dusty and unused against the wall. Within the dust there were deep scratches, like from some kind of tool or blade. Planks, tools, and broken up parts blocked any further passage. That factory was like a tomb now. It never got repaired, and we never came back. I don't understand this place. It doesn't provide anything other than ambiance, I guess. The dust, there were... Okay. Got it. The power box looked like it was running again. With the power box working again, the door was unlocked. Did I go through? Yes. I pushed the handle and stepped through the door. A rack of flashlights hung on the wall. One of them was missing. Wait a minute. They were exactly the same as the flashlight I was carrying. I turned my own over and looked at the bottom. Judging by the label, it definitely could have come from that rack. stale scent of the old factory gave way to the brisk odor of pine trees and dirt. I was back outside, though I wasn't sure if it was better or worse. The path beyond was dark, and the flashlight barely illuminated anything. I wonder if if it had really been taken from the factory. If so, how did I get did I get it? The poor guard. He was probably just doing his job. Maybe he knew what was going on in that boarded up room. If he did, he wouldn't be telling the tale to anybody. I hope the path leading back into town. I needed to. Okay. Factory door was locked. I only barely got any information from that room, is the thing. A pickup had smashed into a guardrail and stood silent. Was this the truck that those newspaper clippings mentioned? Was there really a body found in here too? I looked closer at the tailgate and could see a series of dried streaks down the back. Inside the truck was dried blood and broken glass. I was surprised this hadn't yet been towed away yet. I haven't seen that one last time. Alright, well. Oh. Alright. The garbage bin was disgusting. It was a disgusting mess of rotten food in slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked damaged. Did I take it back? Sure. I cleaned the card off as best I could. It looked pretty beat up. I was amazed to have found my credit card, and now this. I took the card into my wallet and kept it next to my credit card. Anything else to say to me? Did somebody steal this from me? I wonder why they would have stashed it here. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. Alright. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store where that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of the television. Oh, nope. The entrance to the front of the store was locked from the inside. It looked like I could just pop it open if I open. It needed a key. I couldn't just pop it open. It needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Can't imagine why that would be. I'll go that way in a second. I'm pretending like dead Norman doesn't exist. What the hell? One of Rachel's old autumn coats hung on the rack. That was Norman's bedroom, wasn't it? What was this doing here? A speck of something dark and wet stained one of the sleeves. Oh, right. I forgot about this. Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinet? Yes. I carefully pushed the piece back into place. I felt a great burden lifted. Norman, what were you doing? Oh, wait. Close call. Something like that. Norman, what were you doing with all these? Fine question, honestly. Ooh. Boy, oh boy. The television still flickered some indecipherable channel. I couldn't make out what was on the screen, but that glow just gave me the chills. Yo, buddy. Oh no. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker, and one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he had been shot trying to get up. His eyes were wide with shock, though they were already drying. Norman, what was Rachel doing here? Why did you have her coats? Norman, maybe you deserved better. You probably did. Did I close his eyes? Yes. I closed his eyelids down, shuddering as I did. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace or if I just couldn't stand to think any more about what was going on. I hope to hell Rachel had nothing to do with that mess. Why would Rachel do this? Alright. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings for 2 cups sitting there in the wood. I'd never been to Norman's place before. At least I don't remember ever doing so. Anything else in here? Nope. Just the trash. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yeah, you did. I found a hairpin among the rotten food and trash and pocketed it. Not like Norman could have keys or anything. Alright, buddy. Have a good night. Oh. What was this? It looked like a pull chain hung from the ceiling. I wonder where it led. Did it pull the chain? Yeah! I gave a single hug and a simple folded ladder to the attic popped down. Let's go! I mean, worst case scenario, I fucking die. Oh boy. There was a large cardboard box that hadn't been sealed. Did I open it? Yep. I opened up the old cardboard box, and I wasn't entirely surprised by what I saw. There were more of Rachel's things. More of my wife's clothes. Photos, shoes, even that old radio I gave her. Why, Rachel? What were you doing here with Norman? I just couldn't believe it. My headache was everything My headache with everything that was running through it. My head ached. Okay. I suspected it last time, but I didn't get the opportunity to really voice it because I didn't have any extensive evidence. But, yeah. Was there an attic in the other area that I just didn't find? Damn it. Alright, well. Yeah, okay. Come on. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. I wonder if someone had robbed the place before killing Norman upstairs. Oh, hun. Hmm. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of the contents were half melted. Only half. So the murder was recent, you're saying. What was the matter, Norman? Cheating on your hydro bill, too? Or cheated on your hydro bill? Thing? There were various postcards from the area, especially from tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. One of the postcards that one of all the postcards, that one seemed to be the most popular. There were only a few left. Okay. It had been weeks since I had last seen Norman, and finding him that way still left me cold. Thinking of him slumped against that chair only cemented my reassurance in getting rid of that gun. It took. It looked like someone had taken that piece from him or from his store, but why was it in those tunnels? As I stepped outside, I recalled the dusty old box of clothing in Norman's attic. I felt like I had only discovered more questions, no answers, but I was close to home. It was time to find out the truth. I don't know what to tell you, but like the truth is pretty fucking obvious at this point. I'm not sure how far this goes, if I'm being totally honest. Alright. Wrong gates. Alright, right gate. There is. In the neighborhood's local mailbox, a letter was sticking out as if someone had pushed it in all the way. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes. The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending you this. Wait. I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it wasn't wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman, so don't you think we can hold that. Wait. So don't you think that you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I ever want to. At least he deserves. But he deserves at least that much. Goodbye. You're not gonna respond to that? I didn't know what to think. My mind was racing, my heart pounding. I had to get home. Just had to. Okay, so I think that the more you discover the story, it changes things. Interesting. Alright. I had entered our old backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. I held my breath as I approached our door. I was terrified to step inside. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door and the power was off. I remember having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? The table was clean. It hadn't been used any time recently. Wait, actually, hold on. I should go back in there and be sure there's nothing like up. Stop it. Stop it. I know what I did. There's nothing up. There's no reason to be in there. Got it. The door to the basement was locked. Where had I put the damn key? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slots. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel packed this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payments. What the hell? The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Off we go. Alright. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. At least the, breathing effect is less loud this time. I had found the last missing piece of my wallet, the old photo of Rachel, and I stared back at the old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyways? Yes. I placed the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got back part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Stolen identity. Recover pieces of your wallets. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. Rachel was pretty angry about that, I realized. I mean, did you make a major financial decision without asking her? Is that the issue? Guys tend to do that. Well, people tend to do that, really. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. I couldn't really make myself out anymore. I wasn't sure I wanted to. Our sink, which needed to be replaced, Oh, I see. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't gotten around to fixing it yet. That old house was charming for sure, but it wasn't always easy. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old clawfoot bathtubs. It seemed impractical at the time, but it was part of what's made the house home, or that house home. Okay. Get in there. My laptop had been left on. and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key on the top of the drawer, or the top, in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the key. The laptop was warm. It had been running for a while. How long is a while? You've killed a few people at this point. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books as I did. One book in particular seems to be a bit odd. I remembered owning it, but not that edition. What book? My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Yes. Inside Rachel's suitcase, there were a few days' worth of clothes, some personal effects, and a train tickets. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentments. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. Rachel, why? Were you really going to run away with Norman? Was I really such a monster? I feel like you already know the answer to that question. Already in here. I know I'm supposed to go. It's the room over here, I believe. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole. Oh. Alright, I guess I'm going to the basement instead. Let's do it. I unlocked the basement door. I already know what's down here is the thing, but... There's old Christmas decorations in the box. I couldn't even remember our last Christmas. Garbage bag... The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key there. Did I take the key? Yep. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. Anything for an excuse. I'll be back to see you, dead wife. Because of course she's dead at this point. The grabbing key I had found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? Yes. I lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. Alright. Let's go observe our sins. You know what I'm confused about is why he killed all these other women. There were old... Okay, there was old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. We had way too much junk. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? I sure did. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a large hole enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Don't look. Don't look. Alright. A filthy-looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful. It made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within. But I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Yeah. Oh no. My hands trembled as I pulled back the layer of cloth. There at the center, under all the dirt and mess, was my beloved Rachel. My Rachel. Her arms were bruised all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death. The knife I had carried all this way suddenly seemed like a poison. What had happened, Rachel? Who did this to you? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. All right. Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find some place to go. No matter what, I needed to find some kind of escape. It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or someone else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? Yeah. I didn't see how it could have happened any other place. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? Do you have anything else? There, that was decided. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see a picture other than he murdered those people. This was the old photo of the other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. I recalled those faded remains I had found deep beneath his house. What had he done there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? Now hold on. They said that there was two people that attacked the security guard. Either that or there was just two people, meaning that one of them was the security guard and the other one was the assaulter. He said that the faded remains were old. Like, I don't know what. There's a lot of implication that the couple didn't like each other, apparently. And the remains are old. I don't know if that man is blameless at this point. But I also don't... I feel like my character is the one who is responsible for the death of Rachel. Either that or... You know what? I'm gonna say yes. I think that he's involved somehow. Definitely. Those tunnels, the odd tools in his house, and the remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. With the few broken pieces that remain of that mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty and drained. Perhaps I would never know how the mirror came to be broken, as it was Rachel's assailants. Or was it Rachel's assailant or by Rachel herself? The thought lingered and would haunt me forever. I get the feeling there's supposed to be an item in every room. Or maybe not. The reflection in the grimy mirror, the grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. I still love the old-time charm of that clawfoot bathtub, though it seemed like cold comforts then. Rachel loved this part of the house. The quiet in that room unnerved me terribly. It was the key card I found in the bottom of that factory locker. I never did bother to use it. Somebody had been going through that locked door and poking around the plants. Still, it still didn't quite add up. Was I the one who was been going back to the factory? The implication of like, don't hold it against me makes me feel like it might have been Norman. Like, what if Norman is the one who did all that stuff and like resented Rachel for that fact, and we killed Norman because of it? But then why did we end up back in that house? Like, did the guy help? If the What if I say no? And I've been the one who had been back to the factory. Apparently we sleepwalk. Did we kill... Okay, what if we killed him and then we had a horrible night because we fucking killed the man and our wife was dead. So we sleptwalk there. No. Somebody was using that locker room, but it definitely wasn't me. Who had given up drinking? I had given up drinking, remember? I had made up my mind. Okay. The laptop had finally run out of power. How long had it been left running? Laptops don't have that much power. They have a few hours max. Certainly, like, not days and days and days. So we do have a time frame there. It was a letter I had taken from the postbox. Rachel, or were you really having an affair with Norman? But why? I didn't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? Yes. I was sure of it. She wanted to end that affair, or their affair, and that bastard, he killed her for it. A lot of it made sense. Norman was clearly seeing Rachel a lot, so he had plenty of time to plan it out. He knew where we lived, obviously. Is that why Rachel looked so scared when I came home that day? What had happened to me? Did Norman knock me out or something? I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to put the whole mess behind me. From now on, I'd have no one to get angry with me for stupid things like buying this television. Just thinking about things like that made me sick with grief. Okay. Ooh, wait. I leafed through the notebooks I had taken from the forest. In it, there were names that had been written down. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. One, 3. Well, that's too much is the problem, isn't it? Those poor girls, were they victims of the same person who also killed Rachel? I wonder what happened to the other names on that list, or the ones scratched out on the desk in those wet tunnels. My old office safe sat on the floor. I'd used a digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? Yes. The safe used an 8-digit code. What was that damn code again? Okay. I'm gonna go for something that's probably wrong, but oh, that wasn't it. Damn it. I can't remember. Okay. Let me try again. Yeah. Okay. Nope, nope. I thought that I could try to use like the starting initials for all the characters, like names. Oh, hold on. The old whatever, shut up. 2 4 3 3 3 3 3. No. No, wait. No. Alright. I'm not going to be able to decipher this, probably. I'm sure that there's something very important in that damn thing that I simply do not know right now. Seems like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back to the basements. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I had to take one last look. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? Yeah. I took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. I had already seen too much. I needed to put an end to this situation, one way or another. Mail still sat there, heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been lying in the basements? It seemed like that mail had been there for a while. I knew I needed to escape that nightmare, but what about the knife I still carried? I wondered, even if I left, would it really be over? So did I leave that house forever? Well, I already killed myself in the kitchen, so yeah. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some way to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had an MRI and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help. Nothing, and not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of long-standing horror I had been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all of this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. After making it out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I had watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was it that was attacked? I had found the content of my wallet scattered throughout town. Why the hell had I been out there? Had my sleepwalking gone to some new extreme? The thought that I couldn't account for my whereabouts, but I knew I had been to that forest and even Norman's place. Well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what that meant, but at least I had recovered my things. Hopefully, I thought, that would cover my tracks, so I wouldn't be blamed for all that. Even more troubling were those poor girls I had found in those terrible woods. Half hidden in a shallow grave, their secret deaths seemed like the ultimate defiling. If I hadn't found them, would anyone have done so? Would they have ever been missed? I vaguely recall the desk I had seen in those tunnels, the names etched there. Someone had killed those girls. Was it that man? My whereabouts were still confusing, but I was at least sure that it wasn't me who had gone back to that factory time and time again. I hope that meant I wasn't responsible for what happened to the poor guard or the old locker room, for that matter. After all, it had been a long time since I had anything to drink, hadn't it? After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could just get to Norman's store. But I had found were more horrors and more questions. Now that I really consider it, that's when I should have that's when I should have seen it coming. Norman, you were dead, and it was bad. It was damn hard to feel bad about that. It was clear you and Rachel were more than just friends, but obviously whatever had been going on had gone badly, so why did you kill her? Did she want out of whatever you two were getting into? Were you responsible for the other murders and of those other horrible things that had gone in that town? I would find no peace, that much was certain. But this way, I didn't have to look you in the eye or sit through some kind of trial and wonder what was going through your head. When I had marched through the rain towards the town, I had desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did. But how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I had started to feel as disoriented as when I sleepwalked. To think of it now, coming through the back door into the kitchen should have tipped me off that something was horribly wrong. There was no sound, television, radio, or even the air was still. But seeing Rachel there, lying ruined and discarded in the basements, that was a horror I could never have imagined. That other man I had found was involved in all this somehow. I knew it. But it was Norman, that traitorous son of a bitch, who had done the deed. Whatever was going on, he was the one who took Rachel away from me. I hated him for it more than I could possibly express. But that offered no strength or solace. Rachel was gone now, and I was too, forever. I swung open the door and stepped out into the air. I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beloved wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Enjoy the story by slipping away, rather. Okay. That was a different sort of ending, I guess. So here's the thing. As I was reading through that, and the more I was processing it, I was thinking, what if they weren't having an affair? What if Rachel and Norman were actually the killers. Because, like, they said that there were two killers, is the thing. And, like, that's. I don't know. Like, that would be, like, the interesting thought. Like, or alternatively, like, Rachel and the main character are the killer. Because, like, there have to be two, is the thing. Like, that just is the default. And, like, and I'm trying to piece together who are the killers in this situation. And, like, I think maybe it's actually Rachel and Norman, but, like, I wouldn't know how to connect Rachel to all of it is the problem. Like, because she's dead at the end, and there's no evidence that suggests that she was the killer, and obviously our character was obsessively in love with her. I think that whatever answers there are, it has to be in the safe at this point. And unfortunately, I don't know how to like pick through the safe. I don't know how to get to it. I thought that I could like figure some things out, but like I'm not seeing like big numbers. Like there's enough like character names here is the thing. I just don't know yet, but I will, I think. I think I'm gonna like do a couple more, like one, maybe two more playthroughs of this just to see if I can like really like get all like the details of this. Like I'm hoping maybe I can get like everything that you can get in like a single playthrough, and maybe that will help me figure this out. Or maybe not. We'll see what happens. But regardless, thank you all for watching. I have been TivTheMelancholy. This has been Home. If you are interested in playing it, it's on Steam. For some reason, it has very middling opinions, but like I think it's actually pretty good. But anyways, you all have a great day. Bye-bye.